Hi everybody. Oh goodness, here I am coming up on Facebook. Blah 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 blah. Okay. I thought I'd do a quick video about the new moon in Scorpio. You might be feeling it already, I dare say. So tomorrow is new moon. So today is dark moon. Today is the final day of the previous lunar month. And so this is when we're really composting, integrating all the lessons that we've journeyed in emotionally and psychologically in the past month. And we're getting ready for a very new beginning, which is tomorrow's new moon, because it is a partial solar eclipse. And that means it amplifies the energy of the new moon. So whenever we have eclipses, it's like a new moon or a full moon on steroids. So this is going to take us really deep. Scorpio takes us very deep emotionally and psychologically anyway, for transformation, for rebirth. So if you're feeling things intensely, then you're right in that crucible of transformation. So embrace it. Really allow yourself to feel it. Because intensity is about being in the present tense, and it's through being in the magic of the now that we shift. So tomorrow is a partial solar eclipse. So a solar eclipse is what happens at new moon. 2 weeks later we'll have the total lunar eclipse, November 8, for the full moon. So this one is where the sun and the moon cross, forming the mandorla. Now, it won't be a complete eclipse where, one covers the other disk, but this is similar to the one that we had back in May. So the nodal axis is in Taurus Scorpio. So this is about transformation, reviewing our values, especially around, our psychological and our emotional life, i.e. sex, death, deep intimacy, owning the shadow to become whole, which in a word is Tantra. Okay, in the West, we have this idea that Tantra is about all these Kama Sutra positions, and it's really about integration of the whole being, of light and shadow. And so when these two discs, the sun and the moon, cross over, guess what? That's an opportunity for doing just that. So there's a meditation in the description, and this is the meditation I created for the eclipses that we had back in May. And this is a great opportunity to integrate feminine, masculine, light and shadow aspects through doing this practice during the time of the eclipse tomorrow. So you'll see a link in the description for the time of the eclipse and where it's visible, because where it's visible in the world is where we really feel the intensity of it the most. And eclipses are initiations. They take us to the absolute extremes. So during a solar eclipse, the light of the sun is overshadowed. So this can bring up the shadow traits of the masculine. In 2 weeks' time, we're going to have the lunar eclipse where the feminine is overshadowed, and we experience the shadow feminine traits in both men and women, because we're all comprised of these active and receptive polarities, feminine, masculine. That's just a truth, okay? Regardless of how you identify or your sexual preference, the soul is masculine and feminine. So at the November 8 eclipse, it'll be what's called a blood moon, when the shadow of the earth is projected up onto the moon and it looks pink or red, and that's like a blood rite. That's an initiation to mature, to grow up, for all of us. So this eclipse, how we deal with this, is going to help prepare us, tomorrow's eclipse, for the one in 2 weeks. So the more integrated the shadow, the smoother the ride will be November 8. And for those of you that are in the Ballina, Byron, or Gold Coast Shires here in Australia, I'm doing a live event for that total eclipse on November 8 at Space Yoga in Byron Bay. I'll put the link to book in the description, and it's to do ceremony to integrate feminine, masculine, light and shadow, and then raise the meridians of sacred feminine and masculine, the twin serpents of light, within our vessel, but also within the world soul, as a drug and alcohol-free chakra dance party, which I'll be facilitating. So it's a free event, and I welcome you to come. So I'll put the link to check that out to book. With the eclipse that we have tomorrow, this is likely to really, bring up what you've been trying to avoid feeling. Okay, so the more that we repress very intense feelings, dark emotional states like grief and rage, the more they're likely to eclipse us during an eclipse. But how we navigate this eclipse season is going to set the trajectory for the next 6 months. So, don't try and ignore it. It's like, oh, I've got too much work to do. Embrace this opportunity for transformation. I will put also a link in the description for my in-depth video where I speak about all the planetary influences that are having an impact on us. And this new moon eclipse tomorrow is going to be appearing as if it's on top of Venus, the sphere of the sacred feminine and of love, and forming a trine, a very helpful angle to Black Moon Lilith, who is the archetypal primal feminine, the wild woman, whether you know her as Kali Ma or Sekhmet, Oya, the African storm goddess, Medusa, the snake gorgon goddess, or Lilith, the goddess who resides in the roots of the tree of life and initiates people up the tree of life into union. So, this is such a potent time, and for many, this is speaking the truth, particularly in the realm of relationships. So on the understanding that the truth sets us all free. Okay. So I hope that's helpful. If you want more insight, then do check out the link. You can get instant free access to my planetary wisdom video about tomorrow's new moon eclipse if you sign up for a free trial of my membership, and the links there in the description. So blessings on your day, and go deep and transform. That's what we're here to do. Okay, ciao for now, everybody.